pull up our YouTube as well. We should be streaming live on YouTube. So before, while we double check on the sound and everything, thank you guys for joining us. Sorry about the technical difficulties. And I'm Jillian Graber, the Executive Director of Protect PT, and we have a special program today with our Lunch and Learn Staff Edition. So I'm going to just go ahead and copy the link so Kiara can redirect the bit.ly for folks. So just give us 1 minute to do that. And hopefully the folks that were on the other link then are able to hop on and join us for our Lunch and Learn. And we're probably going to go a little over 1 o'clock today because we were having the technical difficulty, but I'll try to make it quickly. I'll try to make the reminder quick. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind going to the next slide. Thanks everybody for bearing with us on this on this technology that usually we use the one feature of eCam, but because we have so many staff, we were not able to do that. So I'm up first with my profile. We were putting together a special presentation for everybody today, focusing on the different things that our staff does on a daily basis to help with our organization, to move the mission forward, and to serve the community. So I was the first up here, and I am a graduate of Duquesne University. I have a bachelor's in communications and computer technology, some of which the computer technology is failing me today. But I'm also the co-founder of the organization, and I direct all of the ins and outs of the stuff you see behind the scenes and the stuff that you see forward facing as well. And I'm really excited that we're going to be able to highlight our different staff members. Kiara's been doing a really awesome job this week and last week of highlighting all of our staff. So if you did not see our Instagram posts, you should definitely go and check them out. And so outside of the organization, I like spending time with my kids and my husband. I like going shopping with my daughter, biking on the Westmoreland Heritage Trail, and I like to make and sew things. So if you go ahead to the next screen. All right, and we just have a couple photos and things of things that we've done throughout the year. So a lot of times we have to, go to different places, and I'll speak in front of audiences depending on, this one picture is the climate convergence, and there's a lot of us behind me while I was speaking, which was a really awesome day. It was a long day, but really awesome. And then we also sometimes have special events in our environmental education center, and we did this really great student art showcase this past year. So if you go to the next slide. Also we have this one picture of Kiara and I actually meeting a senator while we were there in the Capitol for the climate convergence. And if you go to the next one. Yeah, and this is my daughter and I. We were and my husband and I, we were in the Fall Festival Parade. It was a really, really fun day. And then, of course, there was the Sentinel Awards this year, which I was an award winner. Really proud of that accomplishment, and really excited that our organization was highlighted in such an amazing way, and also really thankful that all of our staff came for the most part out to hang out with me at the awards ceremony, and we just had a lot of fun. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm going to hand it off to Jim next, Jim Serralano, and he's going to talk a little bit about what he does here and himself. So go ahead, Jim.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jim Serralano. I was a graduate from Allegheny College in Meadville, Pennsylvania, way back in 1979. I got a bachelor's of arts in theater, and I was an actor for for most of my 20s until I went to law school at Duquesne University, where I graduated with a Juris Doctorate degree in 1991. And thereafter, I was in private practice until I joined up here at Protect PT, where I've been since December of 2021. And I've really enjoyed my time here. What I do here is I coordinate our legal responses to industry action with outside counsel. So I no longer litigate, but we do hire outside counsel, which consists of a number of individuals, Elisa Johnson and Tim Fitchett at Fair Shake. I also have written local ordinances for Penn Township and for Clara Township and a number of others that hopefully will restrict some of the oil and gas development in those areas. I contribute comments and permit reviews. Comments are things that we write to the DEP, that's the Department of Environmental Protection, commenting on permits that they may or may not grant. And I assist community members with their questions. And we are a nonprofit organization. That means that we really rely on donations and grants. And I'd like to remind everybody that today is Giving Tuesday. And we would really appreciate any kind of a donation that you could make that assists us in our ability to lobby with donations that we get directly from individuals, which otherwise we couldn't do. And when I say lobby, I mean we push local elected officials to enact those ordinances that that we have written that essentially protect the community from unrestrained development by oil and gas companies. And also some of those donations that you may give are matched or doubled or tripled if you are employed in certain places. Outside of Protect PT, I enjoy the outdoors. I'm a rock climber, and I have been a rock climber for 40 years or something like that. I like hiking and boating, canoeing. I love to cook, and I do it every night, and I love dining out as well. And that's a picture of me and my two daughters. We were on a trip to Canada. We took a float plane from Ely, Minnesota. It dropped us off at Lac La Croix in Canada in the middle of the wilderness. My daughters thought I had lost my mind. That's all I got. I'll pass it off to Yvonne.
Well, first we wanted to, point out some photos of Jim.
Yeah, that's us at the
when we were at the courthouse.
Yeah, we were at the Commonwealth Court arguing against the expansion of the plum injection well, and that's the photo on the left-hand side of the screen. On the right-hand side of the screen is a presentation that we had given, I believe, in Monroeville concerning the Monroeville ordinance. No, that's at our education center. That was a presentation on oil and gas industry and its impacts on the community. And with that, I'll pass it to Yvonne.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yvonne Sarabaku. I'm the staff environmental scientist at Protect PT. My background is I got a Bachelor of Science from VCU in Richmond, Virginia. Not Richmond, California. And that my concentration was biology. I took a break for a while. I was a little bit of a rabble rouser in Richmond, Virginia. Did all kinds of random things, and then eventually decided I wanted to get my master's. So I made my way to Missoula, Montana, and got a master's in environmental studies. When I was there, I focused really closely on groundwater pollution issues in this little town called Opportunity. And the pollution there was from historical ore mining. Butte, Montana, which was near there, used to be the copper capital of the world. So this community deals with like a legacy of pollution from that mining. And I'm very passionate about ensuring a healthy and clean environment where all of our neighbors can thrive. I believe that, very much like the Pennsylvania Constitution, that we all deserve that in our lives. So I'm very happy that Protect PT, I get to contribute to that. At Protect PT, I actually help, I do manage all of our environmental monitoring programs and the equipment. So we do air monitoring, 2 different kinds of air monitoring. We do some water monitoring. We also do noise monitoring because that is a common impact from oil and gas. And we do have a radon monitoring program that we're working on right now. There's going to be some developments in the next year. I also help contribute to, like Jim said, we sometimes comment on things that the DEP is doing. And I help contribute to articles that some of our folks write and help with some permit reviews. Write really, really fascinating quality assurance and protocol documents. And just am a general resource for sciencey questions that anyone might have, whether they're residents, members, or folks on the staff. Outside of Protect PT, I've been trying to learn Spanish for probably like 15 years. So I think I might be able to order food at a restaurant. I'm slowly getting there. I also really love being outside. Mostly that's in the form of hiking and biking. So that's a little bit about me and what I do. And I'm sure there's probably a slide of me doing stuff. Okay.
With me.
Hey. So that's me and Kiara. We're at the climate convergence in Harrisburg this year. So talking to folks and letting them know what we do.
Yeah, and that's me on the right with a volunteer, Emily, who we also will be doing some TICWAC coordination with. So there's some foreshadowing. And here are some of the
Oh yeah. These were some of our interns that worked with me this summer. So yeah, they were lovely. Julie was from a local school here. And then we had 2 other folks working with us too. And this is from one of our water sampling days. So we went out and sampled local waterways, and they worked with us throughout the summer doing all kinds of projects. It's really delightful.
All right. Next up is Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey folks, so my name is Tom Pike. I'm the environmental policy advocate with Protect PT. I graduated from Carnegie Mellon with a degree in creative writing. So I've worked in communication about pollution and climate change. I try to take the sciencey stuff that Yvonne tells me about and the legal stuff that Jim tells me about and make it digestible for lay people and legislators and I see my job as kind of trying to find the cracks in the armor of the fossil fuel industry, specifically frackers, and then find a tool that's going to fit that crack, and we can use it to wedge open the crack. So some of the things I've done here that I'm the most proud of are so in Fayette County, which is where Falling Water is, there was a push to there was a company that was trying to put an injection well there, and an injection well is when they take fracking waste and inject it back underground, and it gets mixed in with the water that people drink. And I could go on, but it's very, very dangerous and very very bad for local residents. So the local residents were reaching out to folks for help. There were a number of organizations that answered the call. We were one of them, and we provided them with an ordinance that Jim had written that is going to substantially protect them from this sort of thing in the future. So we got injection wells almost completely banned in a rural county in Pennsylvania. I'm extremely proud of that, and that happened within a few months of me joining here. So I was like, I'm definitely in the right place. This rocks. And now we are working on getting some protections from fracking in Penn Township. And my personal hobby horse project, which is ending on the 6th, there is a push by Murraysville Council to frack under their parks. which we are fighting. So if you happen to be a resident of Penn Township or Murraysville, you should use the contact us form on our website to get in touch, because I would like to talk to you about it. Outside of Protect PT, I do use the creative writing degree for creative writing. I publish science fiction short stories in science fiction magazines. They tend to be solar punk, which it's like anybody can write a really depressing future. Anybody can write a dystopia. I really believe that. Like, we all know the stuff that's going wrong. The challenging thing is actually getting an audience to believe that a better world is possible. And so that's what I find fun in fiction. And so, like, last night I submitted 2 more short stories. It's a thing that I do, and I'm slowly but surely building an electric car with the guys. It's 50% a project that we're going to finish, and 50% just me hanging out with my friends. So that is me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tom. And we've got some great shots of Tom. Tom and I actually just went to the DEP to meet with the interim secretary, who unfortunately is no longer there, Rich Negrin. He was awesome. And he also spoke very eloquently at the Climate Convergence. So what's the next slide look like? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we've got a couple different slides in here about the different types of infrastructure that we work on. Tom was talking a little bit about the injection wells, and that picture is not in here, but we do comments on things like pipelines and compressor stations and well pads. And if you click to the next screen, to the next slide, sorry. Yeah, so this is, kind of where we are. We're outside of Pittsburgh, but here's Pittsburgh, and we've got 2 different areas that we focus on: Westmoreland and Allegheny County. And you can see all the little dots here. We have this map on our website too. If you go to our website to protectpt.org/fracking map, you can actually see this map for yourself if you want to zoom in to see what's near you. So go ahead to the next slide. Kiara, you're up next. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. So yeah, I'm Kiara, even though I've already been talking a little bit. So I was the project coordinator for a bit until a few days ago. And in that, I was assisting in grant writing. And I still serve as the quality assurance manager in our EPA air monitoring grant, which I've been doing with Yvonne, and she's been really awesome about that. And I coordinate community projects, events, campaigns. We did this really fun Fat Bear Week event where we watched fat bears and voted on them and painted and drank, and that was fun. And then we just had a fun fox painting event. And so that was a little bit more family friendly. And we watched a fun little movie and also did some painting. And it was really nice to, get families out here and lots of fun young painters. But a little bit about me, outside of Protect PT, I just graduated from Pitt in April. I majored in English literature and psychology. I also got a certificate in gender studies. I actually have just applied to law school, so I will be gone next year, but I'm really enjoying the experiences I've acquired so far here. I'm really interested, especially in like bioethics and like Tom, I'm really into dystopia actually. So I think a lot about like regulation and whether it be environmental or other health regulations. I'm really interested in that realm. Right recently, I just got promoted to comms manager. And so I will be emailing folks helping get more involved. I actually sent out the email today for Giving Tuesday. Please donate. And outside of Protect PT, I also go on hikes a lot. And I coach Pitt's racquetball team on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I listen to music and I draw a lot. And that's me and Emily again. And that's me and my lovely boyfriend, Dan, who volunteers with us a lot at the Fall Festival. And then this one was at the Climate Convergence in Harrisburg. And then that's me and Jillian right before the Fat Bear event. We were in a good mood.
Getting ready to paint and sip.
Yes. Yeah. And here's photos from the paint and sip, which was really fun. Dan won Jungle Skog, so he's constantly every day very happy with him. And actually, this is May. Who we'll
I
see soon.
hate
And
that
this
photo.
is
It needs
my
to be
high school
burned
best
immediately after
friend.
this, please. My
But it
friend
was
looks
really
cute,
fun.
but
Yeah,
Oh.
your friend is okay. Move on. And then this is just more events that we've had. I wasn't here for this, but this was the member breakfast last January, I believe. And this is from the Monarch event that we usually do. And that photo just shows that like we really like kids to get involved with wildlife stuff because it promotes conservation and a general interest in protecting the environment. And then some other kids events, I think this is fun. They were decorating signs for last year's fall festival.
Mhm.
And then also from the Monarch event, you can see this is one of our board members' kids, and he's tagging a butterfly.
Awesome.
Francisco.
All right. Go ahead, Francisco.
So my name is Francisco. I'm the community organizer here at Protect PT. My background is I went to FIU in Miami, Florida. I majored in history, but it was technically a social studies education degree. So I just kind of shortened that to education. And then after I taught for a few years, I came to Pittsburgh to study at Pitt to get a master's. And again, this one has a really long name, but it's a master's in international development and governance. So I just shortened it to governance. And the intention was to work in government, but I really couldn't stand DC as a city. So I just stayed in Pittsburgh. And then while I was there, I was studying gender equity. I was part of a research group that partnered with the UN. And I was a part of publishing a paper that also had this fun fact that Colombia is actually the most gender equal public administration employer. It's like 49% men, 51% women, give or take 1 or 2%. So it's like basically 50-50. So that's a really cool fun fact. No one ever guesses Colombia is the most equal. I'm passionate about ensuring a just and equal society. So I've really become the most annoying friend you could have because instead of like shopping for Christmas presents on Black Friday, I actually just do a donation has been made in your name on Giving Tuesdays for people. So I just kind of pick out charities that I know my friends would like, and then I give money to them. So it's like wide range, like animals, marriage equality, whatever's the vibe for them. And so at Protect PT, I am basically the people person. I'm the point of contact for most things. In terms of like people having questions, I usually point them to the correct staff member that they could speak to. I know if it's a law related question, I immediately send them to Jim because I don't want to mess up on that. And if it's a science question, that goes straight to Yvonne. But other than that, I kind of educate also the folks. I'm usually present for most of our educational meetings or just hosting community meetings in general. And then outside of Protect PT, I'm an avid fan of going to Fitness Factory in Shadyside, if anyone's familiar. But it's my favorite gym in the world, and I love going there. And I have all their merch. And then I put this in as a joke, but Kiara noticed before I could take it down. But it was outside of Protect PT. I also hold hands with my girlfriend, so I put hold hands with Emma. Emma liked it. Kiara noticed, so I just kept it in because I'd rather roll with the punches than admit defeat.
Very wholesome.
Love that. Love that. And here are some very cool pictures of actually Kiara and Francisco. And when we were at the Climate Convergence, I gotta say, Francisco did an awesome job of helping to organize folks in Southwest PA to get to them to the Climate Convergence. So thank you for that. That was a lot of work, Francisco. And yeah, he definitely provides a lot of fun in our in our office. And yeah, we enjoy his jokes occasionally. And if you go to the next slide.
Often enjoy his jokes. Also got us tabling at Lush at Ross Park Mall, which
Oh, nice.
it was much bolder than I was with the tabling.
Love it.
And
Love
then
it.
here's us at the Fall Festival, yeah.
I love that picture. Yeah, they're at the Fall Festival before we were at the parade, getting a drink. Forgot a water bottle, so just drank directly from the thing. Don't worry, I don't think anyone else drank out of it. That was Francisco's large water bottle. for the parade. And then, yeah, he helps to host community events. So that's another community event.
Was that water in there?
Yeah. Yes, it was water. Nothing untoward. All right, May, you're up. You're
Hello, everybody. I am the newest member of the Protect PT family. So I'm really excited to meet a lot of you virtually for the first time and tell you a little bit about myself. So I went to Chatham University where I earned a Bachelor of Arts in Sustainability and a minor in German. Like Yvonne, I also try to learn a language in my free time. I definitely got quite the culture shock when I went to Berlin last year and found out that I was not as good as I thought. But we'll just skip past that fact. But with my work at Chatham University, I focused a lot on community development. I went into college more interested in the conservation, tree hugger side of everything. But I definitely left college with a passion for helping people, and I realized that that was 100% where I needed to center my work after college. So, through learning about environmental racism and, the need to fight for underrepresented communities, I really bring that into my role here. We work with our program, TICWAC, or Turtle Creek Water and Airshed Communities, works a lot with the people in the community to try to build sustainable futures that are very personal to each and every human. It's very important to me that when we are driving a future towards sustainability, that we're not telling people how to live, that we are letting people make their own choices and whatever is best for them. So sustainability looks very different, and I want to continue to educate the community on how they can be sustainable. So I do a lot of managing of the TICWAC events, a lot of meetings. And, I really do enjoy engaging in these meaningful conversations with the community about climate change and fracking, because especially in Western PA, there is unfortunately a lot of it. It is a pinnacle part of our culture. And I think it's important that we help people maintain the memories and the culture that came along with, their whole family being in fracking, but kind of help them understand that they don't have to completely erase their history in order to have a better tomorrow. So I forgot to add what I do outside of Protect PT, but I did include some of my sweet sons here. That's Valfrey, the black cat on the top, and Huckleberry. He's my newest addition. I just got him like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, those are my sweet babies. But outside of Protect PT, I really love to perform and to sing. I perform with a few groups who a lot of stage performing. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. I also really enjoy taking long walks on the beach and drinking margaritas. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. If you can go to the next slide, I would like to talk about a very important meeting we have going on. This is our TICWAC visioning session, and I'm very excited. It's on January 25th at the CC Malore Memorial Library in Forest Hills. And there we'll be talking about how we can rework some of our working groups. Right now, we have 5 that include health and wellness, native urban garden stewardship, better known as NUGS. We will be talking about reimagining food systems, green infrastructure, and I can't remember if I said health and wellness or not. Did I? I think that was the first one I said. What is the 5th one that I'm blanking on? What is the 5th one? Okay, I can't remember all 5 at the same time. It's not allowed.
Building and sustainability?
Did I say sustainable infrastructure? I think I did. Anyways, we'll move on because you'll hear all about it at this TICWAC visioning session. And I would really appreciate if anybody in the community could make it because, you know, we might have completely different working groups after this meeting. So there are some very critical conversations happening. I'm also very excited to announce that we're going to have some really great organizations tabling, including having Yvonne from Protect PT come and show some of our modern monitoring equipment, as well as tell everybody about how they can get involved with that if they would like to, you know, get some testing done. I will say I'm very proud of Yvonne, and you didn't mention this, so I'm going to mention it. They're getting their radon monitoring certification and should have that by this event. So I'm really excited to hear what she has to say at the event. So thank you. That's it from me and my rambling.
Thank you so much, May. Yeah, and I think it was plastics diversion. Did we talk
Yeah,
about
single-use plastics.
Woo!
That's how could I forget that one? How could
All
I
right.
forget?
Yeah, which overlaps a lot with the work that we do with Protect PT. So, if for folks that don't know, there's you know, kind of two sides of our organization: Protect PT and Promote PT. Promote PT to promote a sustainable future, and Protect PT to protect the folks that are here and now and that have the right to clean air and water. So, those are the two arms of our organization, and plastics diversion is actually one of those great ones that kind of overlaps a little because you know, the making of plastics can be harmful to folks, and then but if we divert to other things, that can be a part of a sustainable future. Yeah, so we're gonna next hear from Laura, and yeah, take it away, Laura.
Ta-da! Hi, I'm Laura Vincenti. Excuse me. I have a very long title, but the one that's there pretty much captures it. I am a very proud graduate from Penn State. I have a BA in journalism and public relations. That led me to a very long career in nonprofit administration and fundraising. It is wonderful to wake up every morning, take a look in the mirror, and know that my work has impacted individuals, families, and now, you know, positive climate change. The whole positive climate change thing is rubbing off on me from all of my coworkers. I'm getting very, very excited and learning lots and lots. At Protect PT, the program that I am working on is the Municipal Sustainability Program, where we work with local governments to identify sustainable infrastructure projects that they could undertake, like solar on municipal buildings or purchasing electric vehicles of, you know, public electric vehicles and building out a charging network. We can look at things like a clean school bus program for their school district, or biking and pedestrian safety programs. So there's really all kinds of things that a community can look at. And these doors have been opened by all of the federal funds that have become available through the infrastructure program, the CHIPS Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act. It's allowing thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of dollars to flow down to local governments to really impact communities and individuals. I was really shocked to learn that historically, all of the federal funding that is available only goes to about 7%. Only about 7% goes to rural communities. So we're looking to change that. So what I am doing is, again, working with local governments. I'm researching and recommending federal, state, and other grant programs that we can put together to fund their project. I am assisting to hooking them up with resources for planning and implementation of their project. And then I will actually write the grant applications, federal and local and state and other proposals for their project. We recognize that particularly the smaller communities just don't have the bandwidth to do the research and to actually sit down and write a federal grant proposal, which is pretty time consuming. So that's what I'm working on. I am really thrilled to be here, thrilled to be learning as much as I am, and looking forward to contribute more and more and getting communities to yes. So that's kind of the point that we are now. So I'm going to throw this out to you guys and ask for your help. If you would like to see this kind of work happen in your community, get in touch with me, Laura at protectpt.org. And let's talk. You can introduce me to local government people, local thought leaders, and we can start opening doors. Outside of Protect PT, I like to dig in my gardens, which means my house is a mess, but my gardens look great. And I snuggle with my senior rescue pup. That's her over in the picture. That's Penny Lane. And I am an avid Penn State football fan, which is why she is wearing a Penn State jersey. And I'd like to also add on this Giving Tuesday, my thanks to everyone that supports Protect PT financially. Ask you to consider doing so again today. And just to mention that your support helps to create new programming at Protect PT and allows us to have a bigger impact, a bigger footprint, and make even more change. So thanks so much. Actually, if you'll go to the next slide, Kiara. Okay, I don't do pictures of myself. So these are just, again, some representations of the projects that we can work on. And, well, hello. Sustainability project certainly can create a healthier lifestyle in a community, but there are economic benefits too. So again, call me, and thank you so much. Jillian, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Laura. Yeah, and Kiara, if you wouldn't mind just going to the last slide, I do want to mention, we were talking about just a moment ago, Laura had mentioned economic benefits, and we have, there's a lot of great programs out there for folks that want to go solar. And so if you saw something today that you were interested in, or if you saw some work that you wanted to get involved in, please reach out. If you want to get into sustainability work, you can reach out to Laura or May. If you want to do some community organizing in your own neighborhood, maybe there's some type of pollution that you've been working on in your neighborhood, definitely get in contact with Francisco. And you'll probably hear from us. You'll hear from Kiara. She's going to be sending out all of the emails from here on out, and helping to orient our new project coordinator, which we are still interviewing for that position. We actually have 2 open positions right now, that and an assistant for Yvonne for our environmental science. And that's really exciting. So folks can go to our webpage and learn more about those jobs, as well as go and please donate today on our Day of Giving, on Giving Tuesday. So that's really easy. Just go to protectpt.org/donate. And you can very easily make your donation reoccurring as well. So if you are on a budget, we try to make it easy for folks to donate, $5 a month or $10 a month, whatever you can donate. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so your donations are tax deductible. And we will send those letters out at the beginning of each year to let folks know how they can get that off their taxes, the write-off for the donation. So if you are in a community and you want to have want to know, how do I update the ordinance, the local ordinance for my community? Hit up Jim. Jim is great at doing that research and talking to folks about the ways that they can be mindful about infrastructure in their community. And yeah, and if you are interested in learning about waste, the waste from fracking, you can talk to Tom. He also works on all of our policy stuff, and he is just really great. So I'm just excited that we have a wonderful team to bring you today. And before we hop off, does anybody else have anything to talk about?
Actually,
Go ahead.
for people who are doing current donations, this is a great chance for me to say that we changed our credit card company. So our system. So please, if you know, hey, I donate $5 every month, go back to protectpt.org/donate and just put in your information again so we can get switched over to Stripe, the new program we are using.
Thank you for that, May. All right, Yvonne, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I just want to mention and say, you know, a lot of the monitoring that I do is actually at people's houses if they're concerned about their own air quality. And we mostly, you know, focus on the impacts of fracking infrastructure. But, you know, of course, we want to support anyone in the community that's concerned about any environmental pollution that they may experience. Or if you're just curious to understand better what the environmental conditions are at your residence, you know, we definitely want to support you. So if in case it wasn't clear, like, yeah, you know, we're here for the residents. That's most of the monitoring we do. Also, I do want to mention that we are starting some exciting new monitoring that's going to be focusing on the injection well in Plum, and also focusing on the Monessen Coke Works and the Westmoreland Sanitary Landfill. Might sound weird that we're focusing on a landfill, but this is a landfill that actually accepts a lot of waste from the fracking industry. So we have specific concerns about what's happening there because of that. So if you know anyone, especially who is around those areas and is concerned about the quality of the air, especially, please get them in touch with us. We have new funding from the EPA. We have new equipment we'll be able to use to answer some questions we could not answer before. And we're excited to see what we can find. And we want to make sure that we get those monitors and take those samples from places where people are really concerned about what's happening. So just wanted to plug that because we are just getting that off the ground. It's kind of a newer thing we're able to offer.
Yeah, thanks so much for that, Yvonne. And that is a 3-year program. So we're really excited that we're going to be able to launch that here very soon. And just along those lines, if you ever have a chance to go to purpleair.com, we do have some stationary Purple Air monitors out in the community. So if you go to purpleair.com, you can actually see, on their map, the regional air quality in your area, which is very cool. And if you want to know a little bit more about that, contact Yvonne, and she'll hook you up with, with the link, the appropriate information. And we're really excited that we're going to be able to offer more services in the future. And we're really excited to bring you all of the wonderful work that we do. I think, Jim, you said it best the other day. When things don't happen, that's our work, right? When things don't get built, that's our work. I don't know. Could you say it better? Because
I sure can, because that wasn't very good. What I said was, it's funny, when we are most successful, you don't see a thing happen. And that's really hard to express, because sometimes people ask us what we do, and all you can say is, well, nothing's happened. But you do notice it when they do put up a well pad, and people are very upset then. And that's when you can tell that we didn't get the job done. So when you don't see things happening, you know we're working really hard.
Yeah. And even when stuff does happen, it's not for lack of trying, believe me. Usually it's because it's an uphill battle. And at that point, we can then go into remediation or, trying to educate folks on how they can recognize when something is going wrong at a well pad, when something's not functioning properly, or if it's impacting them, how do they reach out to the appropriate agencies to make a formal complaint about those things. Use it, and you can also use our mobile app at report.protectpt.org, which is very cool. And if you do use our mobile app, that will actually go to Yvonne, and she'll contact you or look to see what the issue is, and get in touch with you on how to remediate that issue. So yeah, a lot of wonderful ways we can support the community, and we would appreciate on this day of giving your support at protectpt.org/donate. And I think we're about out of time. So I want to thank everybody for watching today, and I want to thank our wonderful staff for all the things that you guys do every day to make this organization really great and to be able to serve the community. So thank you all, and I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season. And don't forget, we actually are going to have our holiday party here coming up in December 15th. So if you are a member of Protect BP, you're invited to our holiday party. And it's going to be right in Penn Township in Claridge, right down the street from our office. So definitely come and join us. And we're really happy you joined us today. All right, everyone say goodbye. Bye, everyone. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining.